Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers Wine review. Tonight, Mahou, a lager beer, obviously from Spain, 5.1%. So good strength. Let's dive straight in. So I'm on the final stretch of the garden redo, flipping it. I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to end it. And I've been getting rid of so many plants, and it's so good to give the garden a good sort out, as it were. You don't realise how many plants you've got in your garden until you start going through. And I mean, I've got rid of an incredible amount to work, and there's still loads. So, golden pour, lacing around the edge, whitehead. Refreshing lager malt aroma. And it's made with rice, this is. I've only just found that out as well. God, a little fucking lad sat down there like that. That's better. Yeah, quite a nice aroma to it. From the country where I do take most of our holidays, basically. We're not into the belly dorms and all that rubbish. Although I do like the show, obviously. The olden days, in a row, where Madge and what's his name who died, the old bloke. Oh, I can't remember his name. Mel. And yeah, they were really the days. The third and fourth series were bang on, and obviously you got the gay couple who used to come out with such sarky comments, but they were so witty with it. And then you got the them who did the orgies and that. They were so funny, and it was the best days of that programme. Shame that it had to go, really. There were some good people along the way. Yeah, we like the Costa Dorada areas, i.e. Salou, Barcelona, that sort of area, which is part of, it's gone. It'll come back to me in a minute, Catalonia. So the funny thing is, I would actually be in Salou this week. If it wasn't for the fact, well, not Salou itself, La Pineda was where I stay. Estebel Park, brilliant hotel, brilliant complex. Good complex, saunas there, swimming pools, tennis courts, not far away from the decent beach, good food, good entertainment, good beer. Estrella on tap. Oh, what's not to want? So, nice 5.1% strength. Going down a treat, I've got to say. The chinky coming, the old Chinese coming, Friday night Chinese. It's our standard thing from Tacky Inn at Bestwood. We used to have a Chinese called the Wang King Gardens. Don't know what that bloke was thinking when he named it that. No, hello, is that Wang King? Yes. Where do you work, mate? Yeah, Wang King. No, I don't know what you're doing. Where'd you work? Wang King. Just my sense of humour, I do apologise. Oh, so, as with all lagers, crisp, refreshing, it's the spot. It's cold, and it's nice, and you know, on a night like tonight, it's turned out quite nice there the afternoon, hasn't it? I'm warm anyway, but I'm warm because I'm doing the bloody garden, digging over the garden, getting rid of plants, moving plants around, splitting plants, pulling them apart with my hands and splitting them. And it's surprising the money you can make out of your garden if you was to split plants. Instead of buying new, split your plants. But everyone wants a bit of new in the garden. And I haven't finished yet because I've got to go back on the front garden. I've got some more splitting to do on the front. But hey, it all makes the job good for me. And it's what matters, isn't it? You know, you're feathering your own nest, and the cleverest of us do that, you know. But be careful, obviously, that you don't do too much, and then they get rid of you after a few months. Right, you've got it all looking nice. Right, fuck fuck off. There's always that risky element as well. But yeah, there's so much to do that I don't think that'll happen. It's vast. And then in the winter months, there's like the handyman role, like painting inside. I don't mind doing a bit of painting inside if it gets me out of the cold and wet. And speculate to accumulate sort of thing, aren't you? You know. And I've already said that to him. I says, you know, when it's absolutely chucking down, I don't mind doing a spot of painting just to, you know, keep warm and keep out the rain. And he gets my greenhouse up and running. I'll be sowing my seed in there, pricking out and sowing my seed. Can't beat sowing your seed, can you? Hey, sprinkling your bit of seed. And you could take that always, couldn't you? You know, if you really wanted to. So, what a refreshing lager. I do like Spanish lagers. Estrella is my #1 lager. And obviously San Miguel. I like San Miguel as well. Mahou. And I've just totally had a blank on what other Spanish lagers are out there. There are obviously variations of all the themes. You know, Estrella do another one. Is it? Oh, I can't remember the name. Do you know? And obviously, if I was doing a live review, it is live in the sense that it's live, but no one can see it. Only because it saves me going up to the computer upstairs, but it also saves me chatting too long and then getting a bollocking of the wife. So that's why I'm doing slightly shorter reviews these days. And then when I do a live review, it's not a problem because, you know, and I'm going to do a live, actually a live homebrew tonight. I'm actually going to brew my Barolo wine. So that's going to be a live brewing. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? I better make sure the phone's charged because it ain't going to be a 10-minute job. Not when I start chatting. And then tomorrow night probably a live prune juice review. And again up the house, not down in the shed. It's too cold. And that's in some ways I'm using the garden as a bit of a thing, so to come down and do the sly reviews, as it were. And you gotta get your reviews in when you can. And I dare say at some point in the winter I'll be down to 1 or 2 reviews a day, and probably maybe even less. You know, 1 every couple of days. Hopefully not, but you know, I need to get the stockpile down. It's just ridiculously big, and I've got 12 new beers. What's the birds? I've got 12 new beers coming probably tomorrow. I'm going to pick up a load from Lidl. Keeping my eye out at Aldi for that Brewdog beer. Keeping my eye out at both Own Bargains and B&M for any Halloween or Christmas beers. I'll tell you what. And this is where, as beer fans and people watching this channel, you know, if you see stuff at your local B&M, Aldi, Lidl, whatever, and letting us all know, it's a great thing because not only are you letting me know, which is nice, which is great, but you're letting everybody else know. And I think, you know, working as a team in some ways, you know, letting each other's know what's out there, what's new, and yeah, it's great because stuff these days comes and goes at such a bloody quick rate of knots. If you're not on the ball and got the cash, obviously, you miss out on some nice, you know, new beers. And as a fan of beer, I mean, I review beers, but let's be fair, I'm more of just a fan. You know, it's just an excuse to have a drink as well. But yeah, you didn't hear me say that. Yeah, I'm just going down to the shed to do a beer review. Yeah. And I had a couple of comments last week where 2 different people actually, and I don't know if they're still watching, were saying that, oh, you're on a downward trajectory, you know, I'm an alcoholic, and I mean, first, I do feel sorry for the person, if you know, if you're an alcoholic, and I know I do drink more than I should do, but I know that it's wrong. I know I don't wake up in the morning and hit the beer or the vodka or the wine straight away. Don't do it. I won't do it till I get home. I've done my day's graft, come home, and then I might have a beer. And I'm not craving beer while I'm at work. I do understand that. I've seen it in other people. I've seen it in my sister. She gets up and she's got a bottle. My mum went down to her house when mum was alive, anyway. I went down to her house, got mud everywhere. Jesus Christ. I just mopped that floor the other day. Fucking gardening. But anyway, and there were vodka bottles hidden all over the house, and that's when you've got serious issues. I mean, for fuck's sake, chuck them in the fucking bin. That's what bins are for, innit? Don't fucking hide them, chuck them in the bin. But yeah, and she was also doing drugs, and she wasn't in a good place. I don't really talk to her, funnily enough, and it's not. There was another issue with my mum and that, but you know, families are families, aren't they? You know, the one thing in life you can't choose is the family you're born into, and yeah, it can be an issue in life. Yep, bottle's empty. Whoa, better than start necking. It's 10 minutes in. Me Chinese could arrive anytime soon. I need to tap the wife up some more bandwidth as well, because I've just had an 80% warning. So I think that was the night I did the Brewmeister, that 1 hour 40 minutes. I think that's what broke the camel's back in some ways. But I think by doing live reviews in the shed using using the internet rather than my own Wi-Fi, and I think that's what's causing the problems. It won't be soon, because I'll be up the arse more than I'll be down here. Probably about 9 o'clock doing a review, which is a bit of a ball ache. But we'll do live reviews at 9 o'clock probably, and I think that'll be the thing. That'll be the thing in the winter months, doing live reviews or beer chats and things like that. And what I will do over the coming months is just go and buy loads of random beers that I like for the beer chats, and set something up, see how everyone feels, and get everyone to, you know, probably buy the same, and we're all drinking the same, and we're all having a laugh, because that's what it's about, isn't it? You know, wow, coronavirus is going on. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about the restrictions or anything like that. The thing we can do is talk, have a laugh, have a drink, and just make the best of it, and hope we don't come down, and hope we're not ill with it. None of us know. None of us know shit about if we're going to get it or not, and if we can beat it or not, you know, and if it affects us. It's just one of those things in life, isn't it? It's and you can be as blasé as you like, but if your wife or daughter, son, grandkids get it and got it and passed away, or was seriously ill or something, you know, you'd never forgive yourself. And regret, guilt is an absolute killer. You know, I have regret on scales, going back to when my grandma died, my dad, my mum, when all three died, there was things could have been done. And you know, I've never been a bad person, obviously, but you know, if there'd have been a point where he would have stepped in at certain stages. My grandma had issues with neighbours, and I am not when I'm at my strongest, not the person I am at the moment, but when I'm at my strongest, I don't mind confronting arseholes and fucking saying to them, you don't pack the fucker in, I'm having you. And maybe a few other words as well. And with my mum, you know, although the cancer, but I would have said to her, look, try cannabis oil. I would have got cannabis oil for her. Because if cannabis oil kills cancer, you would do anything that you can, legally or even illegally, to help people. If I had cancer right now, and I knew I had cancer, and I knew someone who could get me cannabis, I'd approach the dodgy buggers out there, and I would get the fucker. No problems. Or at least try anyway, you know. Oh, going down a tree. So even though it isn't what I'd normally drink when I'm in Spain, Mahou, when it came into Sainsbury's, all of us went for it, you know, and it's one of those, every time something new came in, we're like kids. And we're all obviously in our 40s. I mean, I was like 45 at the time. No, 44, 43 actually. And but all of us who worked on booze in different forms, we were like kids when anything new comes in. Oh, that's new. Ooh, let's get that. And yeah, good days. I did enjoy the Sainsbury's days, I must admit. Bar when they tried to get me on the tills, fucking wankers. Mum's dying of cancer, and they try and push on the tills. Never forgive them for that. And especially when I was you know, I wasn't as bad as I was this year, but I was certainly in a very, very, very bad place. And is it a thing as you get older that things hit you harder than when you're younger? Is it a thing where when you're younger you don't give a fuck, and when you get older, because you care, it hits you harder? It does make you wonder in life. And fair play to the people out there who can go through life and have never suffered anxiety or stress or depression and won't let it get to them. You know, your philosophy is, fuck it, I'm not interested. And it's a fantastic philosophy in some ways, because if you care too much, that's when it hits you. And I've got to say, this 5.1%, oh shit, 15% battery, shite, better crack on and get done. It's going to go down to 5% very quickly. But anyway, this is an absolute cracker of a lager. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Gone down a treat. Reminded me of where I should be now, not where I am. And a top class. I've got nowhere to. I've got all these bloody cans and bottles. I need to do a to the bin. But Instagram as well. I love Instagram, and it's fantastic. Spend my life there, Instagramming. Fucking, am I doing this for real? Taking photos of beer bottles. So anyway, great tasting throughout. It's made with rice. Never knew. I'm gonna have to do some rice wine at some stage. But yeah, good lager malt nose. Great tasting throughout. Typical lager flavours. It was nothing out the ordinary, different, but it was certainly damn great tasting, thoroughly enjoyable, and I enjoyed the strength, and it's given me a walloping out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. Ooh, it's hit the spot. Right, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing and commenting, and I must, and I will do in the winter months, crack on with replying properly to comments, because I'll have more time. I won't be doing gardening when I come home from work. And yeah, thanks for all the support over the year. Really, it has been a tough year. Not the last 2 months, of course, but certainly the rest of it. You know, it's been yeah, tough. You know, and when things are tough, and then you get comments, nice, kind comments from people who don't really know me. Yeah, you watch a beer review, but you don't know the person. But in some way, in the reality is that the person you see in front of you is actually the real person, you know. And I am no different to what I am now, bar the fact I've had a fucking drink, than I am in real life. You know, and my wife and kids will testament to that. You know, I am, as I can be, a decent person. Right, it's going to go end. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers. Come on then, turn off.